No need for ID cards or any documents in the Lifechanyuan era. Siafeng, December 24, 2011. In the Lifechanyuan era, countries, political parties, religions, and traditional families will disappear. Nations will merge, humanity will become one global family, and everyone will live in a communist society. Consequently, all forms of identification and documentation, such as ID cards, birth certificates, residence permits, work IDs, passports, will lose their purpose. Diplomas, professional certificates, accounting, teaching, engineering, driving licenses, etc., contracts, insurance documents, charters, constitutions, laws, regulations, and even currency will all become unnecessary. This is because in heaven, none of these exist. Communist life is the initial social form of heaven, and the Lifechanyuan era represents the first threshold into this heavenly order. You might ask, will this lead to chaos? Will society become disorganized? The answer is no. When families, parties, nations, and religions disappear, human conflicts over interests also vanish. When everyone owns nothing and shares resources, crime decreases dramatically, almost disappearing. When people cultivate and express their inherent qualities of truth, goodness, beauty, love, faith, and sincerity, all chaos becomes order. When the weeds of selfishness, greed, laziness, envy, and hatred are removed from the human heart garden, harmony and warmth fill every corner. A full theoretical discussion could explain why the absence of documents does not cause disorder but instead creates peace and order. However, evidence speaks louder than theory. The 1,000-year world of heaven provides the best example. For those unfamiliar, Lifechanyuan's second home offers proof. In nearly 3 years of its creation, no documents were used, yet there has been no crime, and everything remains orderly, harmonious, and warm. If the second home model is replicated globally across 256 branches, this ideal will be fully realized. Of course, realizing such a society requires a theoretical foundation. This is the Lifechanyuan philosophy. If everyone in the world studies and follows Lifechanyuan principles carefully, reading the Chanyuan anthology and Siafeng anthology, everything will naturally fall into place. As the guide, in nearly 3 years of building the second home, I have never checked any Chanyuan celestial's ID card, nor do I know their full name or address. I do not investigate ancestry, educational background, or professional titles. I treat every Chanyuan celestial as family. I rely on integrity, assign tasks based on personal skills and interests, and never ask about degrees or past work experience. The result: the second home functions perfectly. Everyone works diligently and voluntarily, and the home grows healthier and more beautiful every day. Trust in the greatest creator, trust in goodness, and everything will resolve. No documents, contracts, or agreements are necessary. In the Lifechanyuan era, teachers and preachers must support themselves. Siafeng, December 25, 2011. In the Lifechanyuan era, labor will be the primary duty of every global citizen. Everyone must participate in either creative physical labor or essential work that sustains daily life. The number of managers will be drastically reduced. On average, 1 manager is sufficient for every 300 people. In other words, 1 person will handle the food, clothing, housing, healthcare, and daily production needs of 300 people, without a second person involved. For example, if the Earth has 300 million people, there will be only 1 million managers. Everyone else will be frontline laborers. Thus, there will be only 2 kinds of people in the Lifechanyuan era: managers and laborers. Managers will be the most hardworking individuals. They must be physically strong, energetic, meticulous in thinking, and mentally agile. They cannot receive any special treatment regarding food, clothing, housing, or daily life. They must be servants and helpers of the people. Consequently, there will be no dedicated preachers or religious instructors supported by others. Anyone teaching or spreading knowledge, including religious teachings, must first be a frontline laborer contributing to production and creation. The teacher's duty is to instruct, share knowledge, and resolve doubts. Teaching God's knowledge and guiding moral development is the responsibility of the teacher. Therefore, in the Lifechanyuan era, the task of spreading spiritual and moral teachings will be undertaken by teachers, who are also frontline laborers. Schools in the Lifechanyuan era will offer only 3 courses: knowledge of the greatest creator, knowledge of being human, and knowledge of science and technology. Teachers and preachers will teach the first 2 courses, knowledge of the greatest creator and knowledge of being human.